Welcome once again to the No Salt Allowed podcast, guys. This is one of the first ICFC Asia wrap-up episodes, and who do I have here but the Cebu boys? We got Kid, we got Raf, we got Yung Rafiki. All of these guys were Tekken casters in the Nationals. Raf now a Valorant caster in VCT. Kid still, loving the Tekken casting. Rafiki here. Me and him just coasting on by life and trying to figure out our footing, as we mentioned before. But let's talk about it, guys. How have you guys been? Because it's been so long since we've actually worked together. Let's start with Kid.
I've been doing great. Typhoon just hit us. A lot of crazy stuff happened, but we're getting our life back together. And it's just the normal stuff. I haven't been casting a lot lately. Actually, I have been watching a lot of streams though, so that's one thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get to talk more about ICFC. And Raf, you've been busy like heck, dude. And I'm so glad I was able to get you because you're super on demand.
Oh, I wish that were true. I mean, again, this is a Tekken wrap up with a VCT caster, a WCS caster, life's been busy, but life's been good.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken. Hoping for more of that, honestly.
Oh, fingers crossed. And Rafiki, I know we talked about it a little bit. KOF is still like your first love in Tekken as well, but not much is happening in the Tekken scene. How have you been doing so far? Now that we're on this dry season?
I've just been coasting through the dry season simply because of the fact that if there's not much opportunities, might as well find someplace else, because there's always going to be something, because the love for fighting games will always be eternal for a lot of people.
That's right. Powerful
so
stuff.
There's that.
Yeah, and we have this again. It's an ICFC wrap up. I thought of this idea, we look forward to each and every week, but we got to digest sometimes what happened. And to be honest, a lot went down. A lot of JP players came into the mix. I know this isn't going to be super formal. We're not going to talk about frames and the meta now, just how we feel about the game. But currently, there's not much that is going on in terms of the game. No new announcements, just the Netflix series. I have to ask, how are you guys feeling about Tekken 8? And is there any wish lists or expectations for Tekken 8? I know, Raf, I'm going to start with you because we talked about this last night. I don't know if you built up your wish list for Harada to listen to, because he's right here. I have him on the screen right now. I'm kidding. No.
Oh boy, what is my wish list for Tekken 8? Actually, just Tekken 8 itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just please come out already.
Mm-hmm.
It's been God knows how long. Like you mentioned, there was a Netflix series that was announced. And I know a lot of people, or maybe just a few close friends of mine, now refer to the 112 as the Netflix mix-up. You know what I mean?
The charge.
Of the trailer.
That's so true. I echo your sentiments. Tekken 8 can't get here any sooner. How about you, Kid? Is there anything that you wish for in Tekken 8? One button Korean backdash. I'm kidding.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be a hot take, but I do wish there's going to be more guest characters. Maybe slow down on the 2D characters, but guest characters definitely bring a lot more to the game. Diversity wise, it's so much fun trying to guess what character is going to come out, right? Noctis, who would have thought Noctis would have come out in Tekken, right? So yeah, a lot more flavor in Tekken would be nice.
Okay, that's cool. Any guest characters you have off the top of your head?
One thing's for sure, Kiryu from Yakuza. That's one character.
Oh,
Let's hope they can mend that Sega. I mean, they did with Virtua Fighter, right? They were able to cross over Tekken to Virtua Fighter, which is a Sega property. So, anything is possible in Tekken. I mean, we have Negan, for God's sake. I can't wait. Who else? How about you, Rafiki? Anything you wish for in the new Tekken 8?
I don't know, Death Fist becoming a one-hit KO move.
Jesus Christ, what are you
I'm not
saying?
sure what's going to be the
Guard.
I'm not entirely sure what I really want, because but yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I really, really want for Tekken 8. I think I share the same sentiments with Raf. I just want to see it happen and then go along with the ride, because it's honestly going to be pretty exciting once there's a new Tekken, because we've been playing Tekken 7 for 7 years at this point.
It's been a mainstay. I think it has been, dude. I don't know if I don't have the it feels like that. It's been a minute since Tekken 7 has been out. So and this new patch, it's how long has this one been since Lydia came out, then the changes happened? Yeah, it's been a while. So can't wait for that to happen. Now I do have to ask you guys, who do you think is not going to make the cut in Tekken 8? Which characters aren't going to get that renewal? Which characters do you think are going to get that Jun Kazama treatment from Tekken 2 to Tekken 3? Who's not going to make the cut, guys? Let's start with Rafiki here, because I want to ask you the hard questions, man. I saw the look in your eyes.
Gigas.
No.
Gigas.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him
Don't
so
say
much.
that. We got to talk about Gigas in ICFC, dude. I bet Harada's watching ICFC like, this character's good. Let's keep him. Let's definitely keep Gigas. Who am I kidding?
Like he's so bad. I'm gonna miss him so much. He's so bad. Marduk's way better. Everyone who plays Gigas probably plays Marduk way better. So it's like, why have Gigas? Why have the jank big boy with no legs instead of like somebody who's actually a complete character?
Wouldn't it be funny?
I'm gonna miss you, man.
Dude, wouldn't it be funny if he was not in the base roster, but he'd come out as DLC and he's just Ultra Gigas or something? You know what I mean? His down 2 punishes you in the next game. Like, oh my god.
Wow. Don't give him ideas, Raf. Gosh.
I will. Hire me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely an idea you have there. But how about you, Raf? Is there any character that you think won't make the cut that didn't make as much of an impact?
You know, I always like
Don't
kind
say it.
of down. Well, I wouldn't
Uh-oh.
necessarily say downplay Armor King, right? But
knew
as
it.
much as I love the character, I don't think he's gonna make a base roster appearance again. He's popular, but like, there's just something in me that's like, I waited 3 years. I'm not ready to wait 3 years again, so I'm just gonna accept the fact that he's probably not gonna be there.
Wow.
But
Just not in the
actually-
base. Not in the base, at least.
Maybe not in the base game. Honestly, we've never, or at least like this might be a crazy take too, but we might not see Heihachi because he's, you know,
He's dead.
Story wise, he's
He's
dead.
Robo Heihachi, maybe.
Don't do that. Hey, but it's weird because Kazumi, she's technically not in the timeline, but she's there. I don't know if she's even gonna make it, but yeah, I have a
True.
strong feeling maybe Lars is gonna get Heihachi moves. Who knows? I have no idea. How about you, kid? What do you think?
Honestly, I think it's going to be Katarina because we don't see Katarina a lot, especially in professional play. Like, in every top 8, there's like 1 in 8 players use Katarina or something. You know, an entire tournament, you can only spot like 2 to 3 Katarina players. It's pretty sad, honestly, because Katarina is actually a good character proven by, used a lot by iTenry and ICFC, and then Pika every once in a while. It's a pretty good, okay, well-rounded character. It's just that she's not that popular.
Yeah, it's like Katarina specialist and loyalist. I know Dojin messed around with her. Gerlanda? I forgot who got invited, but yes.
Yes, that's Gerlanda.
Yeah, Gerlanda, right? Unfortunately, yeah, if you look at like, okay, if we had to make a vote on the base Tekken 7, right? The ones with like, there's Lucky Chloe, there's Claudio, Shaheen, Kazumi, Josie, and I think Katarina. Am I missing anyone else from the Tekken 7? The base one?
Gigas, dude.
Okay. No, we already established. Jesus Christ. You're outing me. Oh no. I'm sorry, Rafiki. Is that all? Is there one
Yeah,
more?
it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take out Gigas because, like, sorry, but who else do you think won't make the cut?
Wow.
You think it's gonna be Katarina? That won't make the cut. That's not as iconic.
I don't think it'd be Katarina, but wait, what was the question? Make the cut or won't make the cut?
Won't make the cut. Like, because we can make a case that Shaheen is gonna make it, right? Because a lot of top players,
so popular,
he's very
yeah.
popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Claudio, I would say maybe
He's gonna make
yeah,
it.
because
No,
he's so
he
like he
will.
looks
Yeah.
great.
Lore wise too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he needs to dispel the magic or the demon gene.
The
Josie.
demons.
I mean, if Tekken's big in the Philippines, Josie has to
yeah.
stay, right?
Yeah.
So that leaves Lucky
Just Gigas.
Lucky Chloe. What do you think? Is she gonna make the cut or is she gonna get sacked?
I don't know.
They're gonna
man.
replace Lucky Chloe with a VTuber.
You're not the
That
first
might
one.
be a good, yeah. You know, that's actually like a really smart idea. Or like if she comes back, hey guys, I'm not an idol anymore. I'm a VTuber. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, no, okay. If there's like a situation we can compare this to, this is kind of like T-Zoc and KOD. Like, I'm not Lucky Chloe. You know what I mean?
There we
Like,
go. Yeah. Like, what are you?
I don't know what you're talking
about.
about. man.
Who's Tizok? What are you talking about? I'm KO. I'm King of Dinosaurs. Man. What? Like JC Julia? I don't know. But I really think she might be stepping on the toes of Julia now because Julia, she's a streamer. So I don't know. But
Good lore.
yeah. So yeah, between Lucky Chloe and Katarina, what do you guys think? Who's not gonna make the cut?
Some- It's hard. I mean,
This is hard.
On one
if I had to
hand,
choose- No, because it's a good balance, right? Because Katarina, as you guys mentioned, she's a very fundamental character, and she has her flaws that make her her. She has her
Mhm.
strengths that make her her. Chloe, on the other hand, it's the same thing, but I feel like she's designed to be a troll character, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's an archetype that a lot of people love to play. And I think
Mhm.
Harada's so aware that's like, yeah,
Actually,
let's salt the wound.
before Chloe, who was the troll character in Tekken? Was it?
Armored
Wasn't it the
Armored
Bears?
Troll?
Chloe
Is it the
herself.
Bears, right? But the
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the bear, yeah. But we had Rangchu in a tournament with the bear character, so it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, it used to be that, but a lot more. I don't know, like how would I say, loyalists when it comes to the Bears. So I see your point. It's pretty tough to call, but for now we can only speculate. One thing's for sure, though. I'm pretty sure Leroy's coming back because he's in the
Oh
series.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah, he will.
He's in the series, man. Hey,
He's too good.
You gotta admit, he looks so good. Like, it's just that his debut wasn't the best, right? Because everyone's like, "Oh man, that's the meta now. We gotta use the Leroy." So, yeah, we just gotta speculate. And if you guys have tuned into ICFC, you don't see that much Leroy's. Guys, what do you think about the diversity of characters in ICFC? Because we got Asuka's, we got Gigas's. So Rafiki, I'm sure you're tuning in for that. We got Marduk's. We got. Unfortunately, we don't have Armor King, but Tomoriru did bring it out. So shout out to Tomoriru for bringing out the Kings.
I never asked for this. I was like, yeah, just talk about everything.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I
It's
just
okay.
Had to. I just had to.
It's okay.
Kid, give me your thoughts on like the diversity we've been seeing, and now like Feng seems to be the hot character that we've been seeing in this new this new week.
Oh, Lord.
This new
Okay.
season. Yeah.
Okay, so about Feng, it's really cool. I love the fact that Feng's been used more often, especially in tournaments like ICFC. I don't understand where he came from though. I don't understand where people like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna use Feng. I'm gonna practice Feng, and do some damage with Feng. I don't know where he came from, but one thing's for sure, I love it. Give me more Feng users.
I mean,
Mhm.
I think this is so similar to the situation. What's happening to? It's okay if I like talk about other fighting
Yeah,
games
please,
too,
please,
right? Because
please.
this is
Fine.
the Fight Club.
Mhm.
I think this is very very similar to what's happening to Ryu right now on Street Fighter V, or their definitive update. Feng is kind of like Ryu in the sense where fundamentally he has all the tools, right? But he has to stay at that level where he's okay at everything, but not good at or not super good. Now Ryu got that ridiculous buff with I think it's the VT cancel, the VT activation off a lot of his specials.
Mhm.
Feng got the same treatment. He got better frames, he got better damage, and people are like, wasn't this character good already?
Yeah.
Why is he so much better now?
It's like a late appreciation. Like I'm late to the Feng party now, and you're starting to see the effects. And now you see like Inthi, able to face Gold Standard. That was a pretty good match. And then he also had, I think, a Nina. Like that was insane. I can't wait. Lan has a pocket Feng. I don't think he's ever gonna bring it out because he's using Julia.
He does.
But
Yeah.
he has Julia Zafina. But yeah. How about you, Rafiki? Any character? What do you think about the character variety you see in ICFC?
So far, like obviously one of my greatest happinesses of ICFC is obviously seeing Gigas being in play. Thank you Hazare Metal, by the way, for that. But aside from that, as you said, there has been an influx of Feng. There have been lots of Kunimitsus so far from what I've noticed. Inthi pulling out the Nina, stuff like this. I just love character diversity because you get to taste what kind of what perfect Tekken would look like in a perfect world where nobody actually cared about tiers and stuff like that. It becomes a super fun what's he gonna pull out next? What's he gonna pull out next? It's absolutely fun. But yeah, so far the Feng has been today in week 1, he has been a total titan that has been gelling up this entire place.
I like what you did there. Yeah, I can't wait to see more Feng in the coming weeks, but we also have to address the elephant in the room that the Asuka players too have come here to represent. I mean, Kuzin's there, Rito, Yurio, and Kuzin seems to be sticking with Asuka even more. He kind of shifted to Devil Jin when push came to shove, but Asuka, and I had the conversation with Weeb Maru and Skater. You know what, this character, yeah, she's not bad. She's pretty good. And what are your thoughts on Asuka, guys? Because I don't know. You think we're gonna see more of her in tournament now, or you're gonna they're gonna be those people that no, she's a bad character? I'll start with Kid.
Honestly, I think Asuka's a really good character. It's just that people are kind of discouraged with her moveset, given. I don't want to go too in depth with Asuka, but there are certain tools that Asuka has that other characters in Tekken don't, right? And then like Bakal Nation, he joined ICFC last week. We all love Bakal Nation, dude.
I had to explain to Majin what Bakal Nation meant, by the way. I was like, what?
Yeah. So yeah, Bakal Nation, he joined ICFC last week and he almost made it to top 8. He is a Marduk/Asuka player, and he did show me a couple of things why Asuka is actually a pretty good character, although it's just it needs a little bit of mastery to use. Yeah.
Wow.
Like with any character, right? So Raf,
yeah.
Honestly, like the sentiments Kid has, again, I might have to echo it because and aside from, I like that the meta is shifting towards the preference or the mastery of the character instead of using just strong characters, because I feel like this is the most natural development of a meta. Going back to Asuka, I think the biggest thing that people don't like, I don't have a good standing 10. That's it. People are like, oh yeah, but then look at Lee, who has a fantastic. Like what is that? Just the one. But again, aside from that, Asuka, her risk reward is it's silly. She does so much damage for very, very little risk. She can turtle up effectively, and I think she can turtle bust better in the latter seasons. And I know that wasn't always the case, but like we mentioned, the meta shift that's been developed by the players, I think it's a great look for the game.
Yeah, and you know what? I remember Dojin at one point, I think 2018 Road to the Nationals, like he was rocking Asuka every tournament because I don't know, I feel like with his mechanically giftedness and Asuka being kind of simplified for him to use, like he just knows how to play around with that character, and I think that's what allows players to shine so well, and hopefully she gets more light. I really feel like she's definitely gonna make the cut to be in the base roster of Tekken 8. Rafiki, anything else to add before we talk more about the players of ICSC?
I'll play devil's advocate. Asuka's garbage. She has a bad
Get
10 frame
him!
punish.
Get him! Everyone! There he is! Point at this man.
Nah. I got the same sentiments anyways, so like there's not really much to say. He's gonna bonk me with his guitar. He just bought that, man.
Take your meds.
Shoo, Gigas player.
Shoo. Away. No, melt away. So yeah, aside from talking about the characters, let's talk about some of the players. And you know what, let's name 2 players. Let's mention like maybe a JP player or a player that you're looking forward to seeing, and a local player too, since No Salt Allowed is a Filipino podcast. Something to highlight. Honestly, I was really looking forward to seeing Infested. One of the only Korean players, or like the known Korean players that made it. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be on stream because, I mean, Gen was there. We had Ao that was there. We had Pena. We had Yu that was there. But yeah, I was really looking forward to seeing Infested, especially after his performance in TOC last year. He beat CBM, John Ding, Ni. So he does use Fakamram, but that's one of the characters that you rarely see in ICFC. I don't know. Local player, I want to see a little more Tomoriru. I'm just a sucker for that guy, and I want to see more of his Noctis. And because he almost got banned from ICFC for using Noctis, I'm just gonna say that. Kid, how about you? Which players are you looking forward to seeing this season?
Is this for both local and non-local, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for non-local, that would be Koshi Yashiro.
There we go.
It's because this is the first time he's ever showed up in an ICFC before, and this guy is pretty much a big deal to me because he is one of the innovators of the what we call for Steve the Shiro combo. Yeah, so this is the first time he's been.
It's that Shiro.
Yeah, it's that Shiro. Yeah, that's why I was like low key fanboying and stuff, and I'm really happy to see him. And as for local, I want to see more Gold Standard because Gold Standard's been. Gold Standard was if you look at the brackets, Gold Standard 2-0'd AK in his first match.
Oh, wow.
First match. So yeah, more Gold Standard, please.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more. And you know, his character diversity also with Leo, he's also been trying to use some Kunimitsu, so I'm super excited to see how far he's gonna go. G Steezy Gold, the golden
Oh.
standard himself. Raph, how about you?
Oh man, I feel like local is a harder one for me because there's just so many fantastic players that are, emerging, some developing really well. You mentioned Tomoriru, who's had a great trajectory ever since way back in the nationals, even before that, even in locals and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see more of Jules because Jules is Jules. He's
For sure.
he's a killing machine. He's a robot. But on the international stage, I would love, or rather on the international side of things, since we were talking about an influx of Japanese players, and if I'm not mistaken, I would love to see the Shield of Osaka, Hakayo. Hakayo, I would love to see more of him. Once again, excellent player. A little bit
Yeah.
more Armor King representation too, because I think he's a lovely character. I make so many jokes, but
And-
gotta see more Hikayo.
Dude, you gotta love it. If he's having problems with using King, he used Armor King. Like, wow, he's really one to stick to his guns. And honestly, like when it was TOC Japan, he was like one of the guys to look out for because he was a force to be reckoned with. So, yeah, good choices there. Hopefully, Hakayo will be joining us in the
Yes.
spring season. Fingers crossed. I mean, we got Ao, so you know anyone can join.
Wow, Ao the Alyssa player, right? My goodness.
He
Names
changed
from
he changed to Kunimitsu, but he still uses the Miguel though, which was like wow, Miguel, right? How about you, Rafiki?
Absolutely. Well, I think like for my international player, like it's pretty obvious who's it gonna be. Hazard Metal because Gigas Gang. Goddamn. Gigas Gang, I love Gigas, dude. And I love the way like Hazard Metal plays. Gigas, it's all there's this feeling of like keeping it simple, keeping it fresh, and there's always like I love players that like to to start with a space engaging kind of style and then like every now and then like just go crazy if they know they have the space. And it's always like really good to see that. And for local, like I don't know, I just love Tomoriru too much, dude. Like there's that competitive fire in him that I cannot like describe in words because whenever he talks about his matches every now and then, like you could really tell that he puts to heart every single thing that he's learned in every match that he does. Like it's a personality that like I absolutely love and I can't help but root for every time.
Yeah, honestly, like Tomoriru has kind of set the community ablaze with, because we always know AK, Jules, Vermilion. By the way, shout out Vermilion. I can't wait to see more of him. He wasn't able to join this week, but I can't wait to see how he'll be performing again. But yeah, Tomoriru, like one of the new bloods here, really giving everyone a run for their money. And him using King, Armor King, he has a Fakamam here and there, like the meta, but
no.
No. Stay away from those characters. Yeah.
He's a rising
Slap
star.
it out of his hands,
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, he's a rising star. Can't wait to see him. And yeah, we're honestly just scraping the surface with the community, like with the PH community. I hope more can join. I know there's been some ISP restrictions here and there, but I would have to say Tomoriru is the one that, he got another ISP just to join ICFC. So he's really dedicated to the grind.
That's crazy.
That's dedication. Now, since it is the start of the season, if you guys saw, it was Ao that took it. It was actually an all JP top 8, except for our boy Jules that made it. Unfortunately, we didn't see his. We only saw one of his match against Ao, and he did pretty well considering what he had, the tools he had. But I think he's one of the players to look out for. But I wanted to ask you guys, what are some predictions you're thinking are going to happen this season? Like, what are the wild moments you think that you can like look into your crystal ball and figure out? I mean, one that Raf said is Hakayo joining. I think that's going to be very momentous. I know Saint joined at one point. JDCR is, I don't know if he's going to commentate or anything, but is there anything that you wish that would happen in ICFC? Like maybe, like a reverse no round brown or something, or like any of those bounties that you want to wish. Actually, yeah, any bounty suggestions too would be great. Y'all are deep in thought here.
I have one.
Let's hear it.
Kill somebody with just lows, like nothing else.
Oh yeah.
That's something AK does.
Exactly. That's the Kazuya special, you know what I mean? Like, it's coming, you just don't know when.
Kill some of the lows. Dude,
oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna quote April 10, 9:03 p.m. If that happens, Raph has predicted it. Kill everyone with lows. I'm gonna bring that up on stream. That's a good one. How about you, kid?
How about just killing someone within 10 seconds? That's pretty rare in ICFC, right? 10 seconds.
10 seconds, a 10-second bounty. That's okay. If that would happen, what character do you think? Let's put a character in your mind. Which character can kill in 10 seconds?
Julia, Leroy,
Given the right
Paul, yes.
Paul. Of course, Paul.
The only Paul main I know is AK that in ICFC, but yeah, there's definitely little shout outs to Lan. I don't know, not much Leroy book, but Weedmar said he actually forgot to join, so hopefully he'll be back in it next week.
I love that. So why weren't you there? I forgot. Okay.
Right, it's this. Okay, it's this week, but yeah. I can't wait for more book. How about you, Rafiki?
Oh man, this is gonna be incredibly spicy just for like the sake of it.
A Giga Smear match.
A Giga Smear would be nice, but like no. So, somebody just gets absolutely hammered to death with a DF1.
Really?
Like nothing but an off time of DF1s.
Wow.
Oh my god, I need that in my system. Inject it in me, dude. Like that is this. I need it to happen.
Maybe
Honestly,
not inject anything. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I thought he was gonna say like kill someone with just 3 or 4 death fists.
Yeah,
that'd be very in character.
Yeah, there's always that.
I thought it was
there's
going
always
that way.
that, but like. There's hardly any Paul players. Like maybe if AK could do it, AK, could you do it, please?
A little bit of a request there. Who knows? Yeah. I messaged AK. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see any of his matches. I wonder which character he's rocking, because I remember back in season 2, I think he had like a character of the week. Like he'd kind of call a shot like on his social media, be like, "Law, I'm gonna use Law all the way, Kazumi." Yeah, hopefully he'll take that request for Paul. I'm excited to see that, and he's definitely been a fan favorite so far. But yeah, we're rounding out the final minutes of this podcast, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and you know what?
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's always been like 30 minutes. This is
It really goes super fast. 30
You know what
minutes is
Super fast.
You know what they say, right? Time is fun when you're having flies.
I don't like flies.
Time is fun when you're having
I'm closing
fun.
this camera right here.
What would you have done?
Oh,
You
sorry.
scared him off.
Wait, sorry. I just have to share also. I talked to Kid. I apologize if I sound a little bit like weak on the on commentary last week. I actually ran a fever while I was casting. Yeah, it was like 38. It was pretty bad. And I'll tell you why. I told Raf this. I ordered some gummy bears on Shopee.
Oh, no.
And I got food poisoning that night. And I was like,
Oh
I
my
can't run to
God,
the
I thought-
bathroom. There's nothing happening. So I was like, oh, this is so bad.
I thought it
But-
was like those sugar-free gummy bears that like actually have, you know, the laxative properties, because those are dangerous too.
Yeah,
People
no.
don't know.
That's definitely not something I want to mess around with. But this actually brings me to one of my last questions. It's gonna be kind of funny. It's not gonna be related to ICFC or anything, but I wanted to ask you guys: is there anything, any funny casting stories that you guys had? Like you had to like go to the bathroom, you're running a fever, you had to pee or anything? Oh no, what? Oh no.
Wow, everyone has one. Jesus.
I know, but I just want to hear yours. Kid, you seem like you
Like,
want
the
to
looks on your faces, guys.
I know.
All right. This is back in 2019 when we were still casting the nationals on site.
On site, this happened. Okay.
Yeah, we were still casting the nationals on site, and there was this one time a lot of like, what do you call this? Intense stuff was happening, and I really had to pee, but I couldn't just go out of the broadcast. Yeah, I can just stand up and leave. So I had my partner. It was JJ at the time. I was like, "Yo, Jake." I had to type it in my phone because I can't say it. I obviously can't say it.
You're
Like,
mic'd up. Yeah,
yo.
you can't say it.
Yo, can you cover for me for this entire round? Because I really need to pee. I'm about to burst. Like, yeah, sure, go, dude, go,
He's
dude.
about to blow.
I had to run. So like, it was right next. The bathroom was like right next to me, so that was pretty lucky. Yeah, I had to run. I had to pee, and then like it was the most intense 10 seconds of my life.
Dude, that's the 10-second kill you're looking for, dude. That's why. 10-second kill. Wow.
And then I ran back and like, yeah, mission
Nice.
success. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Were you
So-
still in the middle of the round? Like, what was going? Because I'm pretty sure, like, the broadcast, like, don't cut to the camera yet. There's no one.
It was
there.
the kind of round. It was the kind of round where both players were turtling it out. Like,
Nice.
you know. Emptying the 60 seconds.
Very good.
Kid hit
Very good.
Kid hit JJ with like the.
There we go. That's why we have Rafiki on here. Let's go.
Perfect.
Nice.
That was perfect.
That was good. I'm glad. Holy smokes, dude. That was I didn't even notice that happening. I know that. Thank God. I'm guessing you were at the Signal because it was right next to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
The Signal booth. So wow, good thing it was that. Unless you had to make a mad dash across all the wires in the Goliath booth.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
smokes.
And then run the risk of breaking the cameras and the lights. Nah, no thanks. No thanks.
Nah, bro.
All right. I think let's go with Rafiki first because I know Raf might have some VCT ones. I know he's got some spicy ones. 'Cause I saw the look on his face. He was like, ooh. How about let's start with Rafiki first.
You know, surprisingly, like I've never had like any of these like bad situations happen to me because like I do these.
Rituals?
I do like a lot of like hourly rituals before, like immediately the moment I get into the studio.
This man is
Like people know
experienced.
this because like Raf at one point, I was like just on my porcelain throne. I was on my porcelain throne and then like you know the stall's there, and then Raf like just says, "Ness, is that you?" And I'm like, "No, fuck off, man!" And he just starts shaking the door like this.
My favorite one was like, I can't find my phone right now. Hey Nest, are you inside? Like my camera's off, right? It's just my flashlight is on.
This dude harasses me every time I hit the bathroom.
Oh no!
I swear.
It's a friendly harass, you know.
It
what
helps
I
you.
mean?
It helps you
Game
speed
time.
up the business, man.
It's game time, you know what I mean? It's one of those pep talks.
I will have to give you kudos to that, man. That's insane how you don't have a story yet, or it's like you always have these pre-rituals
not
to
yet.
not have that. So
Maybe
for it.
not safe for broadcast story.
Uh,
Some that involve one whole show. You know
story
what?
for another
The-
time. Story
Maybe
for
that's for another time, right?
Yes, they have to tune into episode 2 of the wrap up. Okay, Raf, let's hear this story. I don't know. Your eyes tell me that you got a story to tell.
I mean, okay, you did mention the VCT, but I will say that let's keep this in Tekken, you know, because there were a lot of good memories in the studio way back when.
All right, let's hear
And
it.
I can't believe it was that long ago, man. Now that I really think about it, I'm turning 25 soon. I was in
Let's
the studio
go.
as I just turned 21, and it's like,
Wow,
oh my
it's
goodness.
been that long. Oh my god.
It's been that long. It's been really
Wow.
crazy, and life's been really fast. Again, a little sentimental detour there for the audience, but funny stories. I nearly got banned off our studio because they thought I was gonna strangle Kid live on broadcast, right? Because me and Kid were both wearing pink polos, right?
Yeah.
So he makes like a quip, right, for the intro, and I look at him, and I think broadcast was like behind the camera, and they're like, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like they're looking at the screen, they're looking at me, don't do it. I take my coat off and I wrap my sleeves up. And I just like put my shoulder, like my elbow on the table. It's like, welcome to the Nationals. They're probably like, God. And then
Wait,
like,
so this
after
was
that,
3, 2, 1. You were doing that before the cameras were on, or when the camera was on already?
No, the cameras were on. We were at the desk. The lights were,
What did
in
you
our
say,
face.
kid?
I forget what he said.
I forgot.
Yeah,
It was a really
I
bad
just
pun.
take it off.
I remember this.
I roll my sleeves, and I think Prad was like, "No, don't do it." And after that, it was like, if you strangled him, we could have banned you. And I'm like, "Nah, I wasn't strangling anybody." You know what I mean? But a bunch of our shenanigans, the spatula that obviously got.
Oh, the spatula.
Rest in
Rest
peace.
That was
peace.
fun.
I
That
miss
was
the
fun.
spatula.
The prop comedy. I mean, you're adding diversity for sure. Man, I miss offline. I miss the memories of the old world, right? Hopefully we'll get back to normal soon. Hopefully have more of these stories. This definitely turned into more of like a story session. I hope you guys like definitely enjoyed that bit of a segment. I know that was a bit of a segue, but yeah, that about wraps it up for this wrap up for the ICFC wrap up for Asia. Any final words that you guys want to give out? Let's start with Kid. Where can they follow you? What are you up to? Floor is yours.
All right. So first of all, thank you, Poch, for having us over here in your podcast. And you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's I think it's right here down below.
Yes.
Yeah, at AramisKid. I want to go back on streaming, but I'm still setting up my streams and stuff. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter first, and that's about it.
Yeah, in time. How about you, Ref?
Follow Kid. No, yeah.
Follow
same
that
thing,
guy.
right? Follow him. Same sentiments, really. Again, I apologize if there was any, mistakes with the storytelling or recaps because I've been really busy with
No, it's so
VCT. We
good.
talked about it a bunch of times.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've been doing most of that. If there are any stray FPS fans out there, do tune into VCT because that's where you'll find me. But on Twitter, I am at RafCSTS.
There
Well,
we go.
it's cast, but I didn't want an extra A, so I just removed it. I was like, yeah, that's gonna work. It's right down there too. I
There
think.
we go.
Yep.
All right. How about you, Young Rafiki?
Well, follow me on Youngest Rafiki on Twitter. Basically, all I do there is rant and draw. I love
Perfect.
lots and lots of drawings and rants because that's all I've been doing so far.
Uh-huh.
Basically, like I've been like this in the esports scene so far, but like I'll be back.
He'll be back. For
I'll
sure.
be back, guys.
Oh yeah,
Don't call it a comeback. He never left.
little booze on man.
There
You know what I
we
mean?
go.
Busting booze on, man. That's right.
That's right, the booze on man.
Oh my god.
Woo.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, thank you so much for tuning in to the No Salt Allowed podcast. We'll see you guys soon with another wrap up or just talking to the locals here, the local FGC scene here in the Philippines. Thank you guys for tuning in and don't stay salty and play more fighting games. Peace.